Hello from a very windy day at Universal Studios. So I'm back at Universal Studios to do something that I think is going to be kind of fun. A couple months ago, I came here with Brennan. Well, I came here before I came here with Brennan, and I took a bunch of pictures at both Universal and Over at Islands, and then I came back with Brennan, and I printed out the pictures, and I gave them to her to find as a scavenger hunt. And I wanted to do that again. We talked about it, and I wanted to make it a little bit more complicated, so I'm back to go and scout around just Universal today and take pictures so that I can print them out for Brennan to eventually come back and find these a little bit, hopefully more complicated locations that I'm going to be taking a picture of today. So I'm not going to be showing that in the video because she watches the videos and I don't want to spoil what will be an inevitable eventual video in the future. So what I'm doing today is utilizing this. This is a little foam die that I got from the dollar store. I've used this a few times in videos, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much completely cover this up with different activities, places to eat, rides to ride, and I'm going to be rolling this randomly throughout my adventure today at Universal, and I'll be doing whatever the die says. So I'm trying to make it interesting for you and for myself today, so it's not just me walking around. And I don't know, this could be a lot of fun to do this while I'm also doing something that will be for a future video. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go inside Universal. So I've also decided to turn off the auto level image stabilization on my camera because it pretty much defeats the purpose of having a wide angle lens because it crops the video. So I'm going to be experimenting with just utilizing the image stabilization in the lens itself. So no digital axis image stabilization at all. So what that might mean is the video might be a little bit more shaky and bouncy when I walk, but hopefully I can try to compensate for that and just be a little bit more careful. I just want to utilize this lens, this wide angle lens, for the purpose that I got it and this entire camera setup. So hopefully I'll get used to it and get a little bit better, but thanks for being tolerant and patient. The challenge today is definitely going to be doing this in addition to running around and discreetly taking pictures around the park for a future video that I have to be as discreet as possible about so Brennan doesn't know exactly where I'm taking all these pictures, but I'm going to be doing my best. But I probably should try to find a spot to go ahead and fill out this cube and start rolling the dice. Alright, so I'm sitting on a bench at the corner of Minion Avenue and Shrek Boulevard. Those aren't the actual names of these streets, but I have filled out my dice here, so I have point out something new, ride the ride farthest away, buy a snack, buy a new entree, ride the nearest ride, and then ride the ride with the least wait time. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'll just see where this takes me. I may replace a couple of these as I do them so it stays consistent and fresh, but here we go. Rolling the die for the first time, and it's gonna go down the gutter, isn't it? Okay, buy a new entree. Uh-oh, I'm not even hungry. Well, that's gonna be good. So for this new entree, I am heading back to the Today Cafe because I never go there. The Today Cafe and Mel's are probably pretty equidistant from each other, so I'm going somewhere that I haven't been in a very long time, which is right over here. So I think that I can mobile order here, but it does look like there's a line inside, so I may just hop in line. But they have a lot of good options here in terms of sandwiches. I'm actually really excited about this. No idea what I'm gonna get yet, but that's the exciting part, I guess. There's a bunch of pastries here. These are the sandwiches that I'm looking at, which I still cannot decide on. This all looks phenomenal, and I have no idea why I don't come here much more often. Wow. Okay, so I'm sitting outside of the Today Cafe. I have my sandwich right here. This is the Bulls and the Bears platter, which comes with smoky beef brisket, cheddar cheese, arugula, pickled red onion, horseradish cream, and on a warm, crispy baguette with some potato salad there. So this is my buy a new entree. Also, they're still playing Halloween music. They're playing the Beetlejuice soundtrack right now, I'm pretty sure, or they just were a second ago. But I'm gonna delve into this. This looks so good, and I am so excited that I'm doing this today. What a fun way to experience the theme parks. So that sandwich was sincerely so good. I have to go back to the Today Cafe. I've replaced the purchase an entree option on my dice here with take a selfie with the characters. So let's see what I get now. I'm gonna roll it on the ground and hopefully it doesn't go down the gutter. Okay, I have to ride the ride farthest away, which from the very entrance of the park is probably gonna be, oh no, is it Gringotts? Is it Gringotts? It's probably, no, it's Men in Black. Men in Black is absolutely the farthest away. Okay, upon further review, it does look like Gringotts is actually probably a little bit farther away the Men in Black. Men in Black is a little bit closer, but it looks like from where I am right here all the way to the back of the park, it does seem like Gringotts is pretty much equidistant in distance from where I am. So I have to go ride Gringotts, which I do love, but right now it's probably going to be a pretty intense wait time. Universal is decorated for the most part for Christmas, but I'm probably going to be coming back and enjoying that a little bit more in the future. Right now it's all about the dice. If I'd rolled take a selfie with the character, I could have gotten one with Homer right there, and that would have been incredibly convenient. It looks like the prop shop is open. This has not been open for a while, so that's cool. I figured a good amount of places, stores, and restaurants could be open on the weekend because I don't normally come on the weekend. Alright, I'm heading through Springfield to make it back over to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I feel pretty inconvenienced by this one, but that was pretty much entirely the point, which was to ride the farthest ride away for the sake of it being the farthest ride away. And it has to be Gringotts, of course. Alright, so I made it through the Simpsons area. There's King and Kodos, which is operating during the weekend. Way over there you can see the Christmas tree in New York, and I'm heading over to the Wizarding World, like I said. I'm still taking pictures, by the way, as I kind of make it around Universal Studios. So we'll see what else I get to today. This has been fun. I'm a little bit sad because it's a 55-minute wait right now for Gringotts, which is definitely one of the higher waits in the entire park. Not only was London the farthest away land from where I was over in Production Central, but Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is in the very, very back of the Wizarding World here, so it is definitely the farthest away attraction from where I was. But look at all these Christmas decorations. I am very in the mood and very excited for Christmas here. And I've made it through the brick wall and into Diagon Alley, which again has just Christmas adorning pretty much every single shop up and down the alley. It is without a doubt busier than I've seen it since the reopening back in June. This is the line for, I believe, the ice cream shop. I'm not totally sure, but let's see how long it takes to ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So I am back in the outdoor view, which extends all the way to the back wall and incorporates this outdoor section over here and then goes inside. It is probably going to be a pretty long wait. Alright, so it took 30 minutes to make it into the lobby of Gringotts. Moving pretty consistently, especially for that line back there. That was very intense, but we'll see how long it takes to get onto the ride itself. So I definitely do not want to jinx it, but this is where I spent a good amount of time a little while ago because the ride went down a couple times, which inevitably led to a very, very long wait time for Gringotts. So hopefully that is not the case this time and I can get on very quickly and soon. I'm definitely sad about missing out on getting the pre-show elements back, like the Bill Weasley pre-show and the elevator pre-show. I hope to get those back at some points in the future because they really do add quite a lot to the experience. But again, maybe some point in the future. Okay, so that took 45 minutes. So this is going to have these riders to get on the ride. Platform. This is pretty cool. Alright, yeah, that was very expedited and I am very happy. Alright, I am back on my Canon M50 off of Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. I've replaced the ride that's farthest away on my dice with buy a souvenir that is less than $5. And now I'm going to go ahead and roll it over here in front of this clock window. So let's see what I get. And I am going to go buy a snack. Because I've had ice cream and fudge and butterbeer a good amount of times recently, and because the lines are pretty lengthy, I think I'm going to go ahead and exit out of Diagon Alley to go get my treat. So I think I'm going to go to the San Francisco Candy Factory to get a treat, maybe some sort of a candy that I've been wanting there for a little while. I'm here inside the night bus, which I've always wanted to stay in. It would just be really neat to go up the stairs and just be able to sleep in a bunk bed inside the night bus. Just kind of but I've always thought would be kind of cool. Something else that I thought about, not really recently because I've always thought it, and I did move out of the night bus because there were people that wanted to take a selfie in there, but the continuity of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, of both this one and over at Islands of Adventure, it's always been somewhat questionable as far as adhering to the books. They do a pretty good job of it, but especially Escape from Gringotts, it really kind of just teeters that line in terms of the actual canon of the books, how you're supposed to start your experience here and then go over to the Wizarding World over in Islands of Adventure. This one's more book 7, that one's more book in between book 4 and 5 or so. It's always been a little bit up in the air, but it's still fun to immerse yourself in both Wizarding Worlds. Just something that I've thought about, I suppose. Okay, I made it to San Francisco, and here it is right next to Richter's Burgers, the San Francisco Candy Factory. Let's see if I can get a delightful little treat and or snack in here. So the Candy Factory has, of course, a lot of candy, a lot of themed candy to the rides here. I was thinking about getting one of these, but they're $7 each, which is pretty expensive for candy. So I decided to get this, which is a Rice Krispie brick, pretty much. Okay, so this is just a plain Rice Krispie treat that is just very, very large. So I'm just hoping that it's not stale, because I can't imagine that it's going to be any different than a normal Rice Krispie treat, hopefully. That's really good. Now I just have to eat the whole thing. Okay, so I ate about half of that Rice Krispie treat, and the other half is just going to be snuggled in my pouch here in my shirt until I head home. So I replaced the buy a snack option on my dice here with talk with a weird accent until my next roll, because why not? I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna do. If I start doing these, I can maybe just erase them, or I don't really even know. I didn't really have like an end plan with this today. This was just to kind of occupy myself around Universal while I kind of took pictures around the park for a challenge that I'm gonna be doing in the future. So we'll just see how much more I do this. Okay, let's see what I get. Almost rolled that into the lake. And okay, I just got what I just wrote, which is talk with a weird accent until my next roll, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, what is my accent? Okay, so this is going to be my weird accent that I'm going to be doing until I complete my next roll. Oh my goodness gracious, this sounds just terrible. I sound like a fish. Oh dear. Okay. Oh no, I got it again. I should replace this. Okay, so I'm just going to start erasing these off of here once I complete them. And I'll just kind of complete the die. That's just going to be when I go home today. How about that? Okay. Are you guys tired of this yet? Because I am. Okay, buy a souvenir that is less than $5. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to get one that's less than $5. I hate myself so much right now. Okay, let's go over here and see if I can find something for $5. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the gift shop that's right next to the Revenge on the Mummy ride, roller coaster. That's going to be hopefully where I locate my item. I'm of course talking about Sahara Traders, which is right here on the corner next to the Mummy roller coaster. Look at that beautiful, beautiful tree over there. Okay, I hope nobody can hear me talking like this. Okay, so I could not really find anything for under $5 with the Sahara Trader gift shop. So I'm over here in the, I don't even know what you'd call this, the game area, the arcade, and I'm exchanging my money for some tokens to utilize to win myself a prize for less than $5. There you go, look at this, I got some beautiful tokens here. Okay, so a lot of the games are turned off for social distancing, so let's see if I can win something. Alright, should I go for Charmander or Addicted? Let's see. I gotta go for this little Pichu right here. He looks pretty cute. I do not know if I've been talking like this the exact same way for the past couple clips, but I've been doing my best. Okay, let's see if I can whip myself a little Pichu. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my goodness gracious. Did I? Oh. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time because that was unacceptable. Okay, it's lined up perfectly. Come on, pick it up. Don't drop it. No, you dropped it. Okay, well, I did not win anything, but I did spend money to attempt to win a souvenir, so I'm going to go and count that. But I'm going to go and roll this now. I have 4 left, and as soon as I roll this, I can stop talking like this. And I am riding the nearest ride, which, of course, is going to be right over here, Revenge of the Mummy. I am so sorry. That was probably the most annoying minute of your life. Okay, so it's only a 25-minute wait posted for standby, so I just have to go hop in line over here to throw my camera into a locker. This isn't too bad. I definitely am a little bit surprised that, of course, the 2 rides that I had to ride today were going to be Gringotts and Mummy, but that's just how it works. So it is pretty dark in here, as usual, but it's only been about 5 minutes, so I'm anticipating really only about a 10-minute wait, if that, for Revenge of the Mummy. Hooray! So it is getting dark very fast now, but that took about 10 minutes just to ride the Mummy, so that was fun. There's a new Christmas tribute store right over there, and the tree, of course, is fully erected, so that's neat. I have 3 more activities here on my dice to do, so let's see if I can roll it and maybe get something that I haven't done yet. Nope, apparently not. All right, let's just keep rolling it until I get something. And I am taking a selfie with a character. Here's the question though, are there any characters still out? Because it is after 5 o'clock now and they are probably done for the day. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is just head over here to Transformers and get a selfie with Optimus Prime. That counts. Unless, you know what, I may take a picture with actual Optimus Prime or Bumblebee or Megatron over on the other side of the ride show building here, because they usually stay out pretty late. But we'll see. If not, then I'll come back and I'll get a picture with him. Okay, so I came around the corner and it does not look like there are any Transformers out at all, currently. So I may have to run back over there to take a picture with that Optimus Prime. It's also starting to rain, so that's not a good sign with characters and entertainment. Okay, here I am with Optimus Prime. He's pointing at something in this direction. He's like, go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That's why you're here at Universal. I know, go ride it, but then come back and ride Transformers. There he is with his giant machete arm extension and then his scary blue eyes. Okay, just 2 more to do. Let's see if I can get one that hasn't already been done and try to make sure this doesn't get, okay, I'm getting stuck here. Make sure this doesn't go into the lagoon. There we go, so close. All right, I'm just gonna start bopping it around until I get something new, which is just gonna make me look ridiculous from far away, but what else is new? Okay, right, no, it was this one. Ride the ride with the least wait time, it looks like. Okay, everything is already starting to come off here, but I'm gonna ride the ride that has the least wait time. Okay, so let's go to Universal Studios Florida, and let's go to the rides here. And let's just see what has the least wait time. It looks like Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster in the very back of the park. Right? Yeah? That's a 5-minute wait, so I'm going back all the way to Kids Zone. I did not anticipate this dice challenge really monopolizing the majority of my day today. I thought it'd be something convenient to do along with what I came here to do, which was to take pictures, but apparently not. It's had me going all over the place and riding a lot of the rides with the longest wait times and spending a lot of money on things that I don't need to, but that's the fun of it. The last couple times I've come back to Kids Zone was for an entirely different reason, which was to do the Beetlejuice house, and it was very occupied and busy back here, so it's going to be very different now just to come back here just to ride Woody's Nut House Coaster. Yikes, it is very, very quiet back here in Kids Zone. This is in stark contrast to last week when it was just so incredibly busy. It says the ride is open, but there is nobody back here. I don't even hear the roller coaster going right now, so this is going to be pleasantly awkward. Okay, there it goes. So it is running. I'm just the only person back here, except for the people on the roller coaster right now. Yay! Man, I really miss Fabulous Playland over here. It really brings back a lot of memories from my early childhood, and just the fact that it's been kind of completely abandoned in the past few months, the past several months, since the beginning of the year pretty much. It's pretty sad. Okay, heading up to the coaster now. I am, of course, not able to film on this at all, so I'm going to put the camera away and just enjoy it. Okay, so I just got off of Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, which means I only have one thing to do left, and that is to point out something new. So I plan to do this on my way out of the park, just point out something new that I've never really noticed before, which should be pretty easy because I don't notice a lot when it comes to theme parks, which is why I continually enjoy coming back. So that completes my, once I complete this last one, that completes my dice, my singular die, I guess. The reason that I came here today, sort of. Okay, I take it back. I'm heading back to the World Expo because in my excitement to do this today, I was also taking pictures for a future video, and I forgot to take a picture in one of the lands here, which is the World Expo, which is in the very back of the park, which is considered a land. It's part of Universal Studios. So I'm heading back there, so I'm gonna see if I notice something new on the way there or on the way back. Okay, this isn't it, but I wanted to run through the entrance of King and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl, because look at this sunset right behind Diagon Alley, back over here. Just kind of silhouetted back there in the back on the water with the Christmas lights. That looks beautiful. So like I said, I'm gonna come back and experience the Christmas offerings here at Universal, but this is just gorgeous. This is why I keep coming back to the parks over and over again. It's King and Kodo's, operating only on the weekends as of now. Right, and now heading back to Men in Black to take my picture and hopefully find something new along the way. Okay, so I took the picture that I wanted, and I actually did end up finding something that I've never noticed before, but that would ruin the picture that I took. So I'm gonna have to try to find something else that I haven't ever noticed before. Okay, I'm trying to keep my eyes open for something that I've never noticed before, which is probably gonna be on Hollywood Boulevard, because I feel like I never noticed anything over there. So that is where I'm heading. So it looks like Homer is back inside his RV, so I think I can make an amends for the picture that I took earlier with Optimus Prime, and I'm gonna take one with Homer. Hooray! All right, and I got my picture with Homer Simpson right there in his RV, giving me the thumbs up. So cool, I made up for taking a pretty pathetic picture earlier with a stagnant Optimus Prime. So yes, I got my character picture after all. But now I need to scout along Hollywood Boulevard before I head out of the park to try to find if I can see something that I've never noticed before. So it's not very exciting, but I think I found what is new to me, which are all of these parking meters. Not that they're here, but that all of them, I'm pretty sure, say violation inside. So there's a few more along the street, and I'm pretty sure that this one over here, I'm gonna go check this one. This one says violation as well. Let's see if the other ones across the street do too. Okay, does this one say violation? It does. And then there's one more way over here. Sorry, it's gonna be a little bit shaky as I speed walk over here again. This one is not the most interesting factoid, but I think it's interesting that they all just start stuck on violation, which kind of makes me wonder. Yep, this one says violation. Are they real parking meters? Could you put a quarter in here? There is a place for a quarter in the back here. Interesting. Time expired, violation. All right, well, that's what I learned today, is that there are parking meters and they are all being violated. All right, so I'm now outside of Universal Studios. I'm heading back to the garage because it's starting to rain and I really want to finish this massive Rice Krispie treat at home. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I came here today to take a bunch of pictures for a video that's going to be in the future that you aren't going to see probably for a little bit because Brendan and I need to align our schedules, but I wanted to be ready and prepared for that. And then in the meantime today I played a fun game which I think ended up being pretty entertaining because it took a long time and I was very surprised, probably because I kept on adding to it. But I don't know, anything that I can incorporate this die into to have a good time at theme parks, I always enjoy and have a good time, and I hope you did too. And I'm probably going to do this again over at Islands at some point in the future, so I hope you're excited for that because I definitely am. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.